After the age of 40, our body begins to give clearer signs that it needs more attention. Digestion is no longer the same, energy levels fluctuate more, and mild inflammation starts to interfere with daily life. And it's exactly at this stage that many people look for natural solutions, but often overlook simple, traditional options. There is a lesser-known natural tea used for generations that can support the body's balance after 40, when used correctly. It's not a miracle, and it's not a cure, but it can be a valuable ally in conscious self-care. The question is, do you know how to use this tea the right way without excess or risk? And does it really make sense for your current stage of life? Today, I'm going to explain this clearly, responsibly, and based on traditional natural use. This knowledge is also part of a complete guide I developed especially for people over 40 who want to take care of their health in a natural and mindful way. If you value prevention, balance, and quality of life, stay with me until the end. One of the main benefits of this natural tea, especially after 40, is its support for digestive comfort and metabolic balance. As the years go by, it's common to notice slower digestion, a feeling of bloating even when eating small amounts, frequent abdominal discomfort, fatigue after meals. This tea works gently, helping the body function better without forcing natural processes. It doesn't artificially speed up the body. It supports natural function, which is essential after 40, when excesses tend to come at a higher cost. After 40, self-care stops being about appearance or trends. It becomes a strategy for quality of life. Small daily choices, such as the mindful use of an appropriate tea, can make a real difference over time. It's not about taking something and expecting immediate results, but about creating routines that respect the body, paying attention to its signals, limits, and real needs. That's exactly why, in the ebook, I organize teas by specific goals, such as digestion, energy, sleep, and metabolic balance, making it much easier to choose the right one for everyday life, without confusion or excess. Fennel is a medicinal plant that has been used for thousands of years by different cultures, especially in the Mediterranean region, the Middle East, and Asia. Long before modern concepts of supplementation existed, it was already valued as an ally for the body, particularly for digestion and internal balance. In traditional medicine, fennel tea was consumed after meals not only to relieve discomfort, but also as a form of prevention. The idea was simple and extremely relevant even today, to help the body process food better, avoiding excess and overload. Over time, this tea became popularly associated with babies and children, which led many adults to stop using it. But interestingly, it's after the age of 40 that the body benefits most from this tradition. In ancient cultures, the use of teas always accompanied the body's natural changes throughout life. Milder teas were recommended during phases of greater sensitivity, and that includes maturity. After 40, digestion tends to slow down. The body reacts more strongly to excess minor discomforts, become more frequent. And it's exactly in this context that fennel tea makes sense again, not as a quick fix, but as ongoing support for the body's balance. This more mindful perspective on traditional teas is something I explore in depth in the ebook, using historical context as a foundation to understand why certain teas are more suitable after 40, while others require more caution. After the age of 40, the body goes through natural changes that directly affect digestion, metabolism, and how we deal with mild, everyday inflammation. Fennel tea stands out because it works in a gentle, continuous way, without overstimulating the body. 1. Support for digestive comfort. This is the most well-known benefit, and also the most relevant after 40. Fennel contains natural compounds that help reduce gas and bloating, support the digestive process, decrease discomfort after heavier meals. For those who experience frequent bloating or discomfort even with a balanced diet, this tea can be a simple and accessible form of support. As we age, metabolism tends to become less efficient. Fennel tea does not speed up metabolism, but it helps the body function in a more organized way, especially during digestion, which indirectly supports metabolic balance. This is important because slow digestion overloads the body. The body uses more energy to process food. Post-meal fatigue becomes more common. After 40, mild inflammation becomes part of daily life, more sensitive joints, muscle discomfort, and a general feeling of heaviness. Fennel contains antioxidant compounds that help combat oxidative stress, support the body's natural inflammatory balance, contribute to an overall sense of well-being. It does not replace medical treatment, but it can complement a self-care routine. Another often overlooked benefit is fennel tea's mild calming effect. After 40, it's common to sleep poorly, feel more tension at the end of the day, have difficulty relaxing after evening meals. When consumed in the evening, this tea can help relax the body and support rest without causing sedation. In the ebook, these benefits are organized by common needs after 40, such as digestion, energy, mild inflammation, and emotional well-being, making it much easier to choose the right tea for each time of day. One of the biggest mistakes people make with herbal teas is believing that stronger is better. After 40, that logic doesn't work. The body responds better to regularity, gentleness, and consistency. How to prepare it correctly. The traditional and safest method is seed infusion. You will need 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 200 ml, about 7 oz of hot water, not aggressively boiling. Preparation method: heat the water until it just begins to boil. Turn off the heat, add the seeds, cover and let steep for 5 to 10 minutes. Strain and drink warm. Avoid boiling the seeds for too long, as this can alter the flavor and overly concentrate certain compounds. After 40, timing matters. After lunch or dinner, supports digestive comfort. In the evening, promotes relaxation and lighter digestion before bed. Avoid on an empty stomach, especially if you have a sensitive stomach. The ideal amount is 1 to 2 cups per day, no more than that. Combining teas can be an excellent strategy, as long as it's done with balance. Some gentle, well-tolerated combinations include fennel plus chamomile, digestion plus relaxation, fennel plus mint, digestive comfort and a refreshing sensation. Fennel plus anise, more complete digestive support, use moderately. Avoid mixing fennel with highly stimulating teas in the same preparation, especially at night. In the ebook, I share tested recipes and specific combinations for each goal, organized by time of day and the body's needs after 40. Common mistakes that reduce benefits: using large amounts expecting faster results, drinking the tea all day without breaks, using tea as a substitute for a balanced diet, ignoring the body's signals. Herbal teas work best when they're part of a mindful routine, not a standalone solution. Natural teas can be powerful health allies, but natural does not mean risk-free. After 40, the body tends to react more sensitively, especially when medications or pre-existing conditions are involved. Safe dosage. For most adults, 1 to 2 cups per day is a safe amount. Continuous use should be moderate, with regular breaks. There's no need for daily use over long periods. The ideal approach is to observe your body and adjust based on individual response. Fennel tea should be used with caution by people allergic to plants in the Apiaceae family, those who regularly use hormonal medications, pregnant or breastfeeding individuals use only with professional guidance, people with a history of intense digestive sensitivity. If any unusual reaction occurs, use should be discontinued. Although it's a gentle tea, fennel may mildly interact with hormonal medications, affect the absorption of certain drugs when consumed in excess. That's why mindful, moderate use is always the best choice. No tea replaces medical or nutritional care. They act as complements, not treatments. In the ebook, I dedicate an entire chapter to care guidelines, dosages, and contraindications, something essential after 40, when informed decisions make a real difference in long-term health. Taking care of your health after 40 is about awareness, consistency, and balanced choices. Small habits, when well guided, can support the body in a deep and sustainable way. If you want a complete guide with 28 natural teas, recipes, safe dosages, and care designed especially for people over 40, the ebook link is in the description. Like the video, leave a comment with your questions or experiences, and subscribe to the channel for more responsible content on natural health.